I'm here, and I know it's not Thursday. I know, but there's kind of been a spontaneous change in plans where I might not be available tomorrow. So I still have some time today, surprisingly enough. So for once in a while, we're moving back to Wednesday. Hold on, I'm currently shaking my buttermilk. Okay. Um, there's things to do. Or that I mean, not this wall of this decently sized house, but like this super tiny building behind me. I think 2 weeks ago, I started this thing where I placed down a little bit of wool, and I've been kind of building away at this thing ever since. And it's actually kind of hard to find references for this thing, so I'm kind of just winging it. That being the Aerodrome, aka the airship harbor of Piltover. Let me just quickly copy this ring over. Because I do have a few references. There's no way I did that first one right. That felt way too short. Okay. Now. Alright, I'm gonna plant myself up here. Copy, and then we're gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you wanna add 10? Let's see. No. I don't. Maybe 5. Or 6. It's just 6. Ah, this feels more like it. Yeah. And now basically we only have to build a whole city on top of this thing. But there's one thing that I know. And that's that there's big openings on, I believe, each side of this thing. So first off, there's a chunk of openings here. And then there's openings here. You know what? I'm gonna quickly consult the art book. Because there was something where you could somewhat decently see it. It's kind of nice to have the art book to like reference. Hey, Sai! Nice to see you again. Okay, where's the page I saw this at? Maybe we flippity flop through this art book. Nope, that's too far back. I have to go for the front. Pages up on pages up on pages up on pages up. Gorgeous art. Where is it? Where is it? Hello? No, a bit further back. Pretty thin, actually. And Wait, the aerodrome has a bridge to the academy. Oh boy. Okay, so we have this. And then a lot of wires and pipes and stuff down there. So this ring actually needs to be much lower. Long time indeed. Let's set this ring on one apart for now, and then do one at 8. I think that might be high enough for all the gates. Okay, and then we make some arches. Is that a good height? Might be. But I think I need more wool colors because this is getting a little bit too complex for just one. Is background music? Thanks. So like this. And I'm gonna do that on all the 4 cardinal directions. Doop, doop, doop. This is what I was really thinking about whether I want to stream Minecraft or just some like art stuff today, because I've been doing some art fight stuff. Oh, I should inset this bad one. Ooh, that would be so nice. Inset this. I've been doing some art fight stuff, and I may have stayed up so long yesterday. Well, technically today because it was that late. That I basically started writing a parody of a little song because, boy. What are you creating, by the way? The airship harbor from Arcane. Called the Aerodrome. The Aerodrome dock, to be specific. That is where Jinx first shows up as Jinx. And where the firelights are also first shown. And where they blow up an airship. This. Wait, no, this needs to be one though. I had to do it right on that one. Okay. One more. Over here. Later, that is. Oh, you haven't watched Arcane? You need to watch Arcane if you get the chance. It is amazing. It's the series my Forever World is based on. And it's glorious. And there's so many details that even after watching it 10 times, still haven't seen everything. Okay, so we have 7 blocks, 7 they contain. Ooh, we're done. These blocks? These blocks, then we have like 4, I guess, but we have 1 block gap between each of the gates. I think that should be fine. Question mark? Probably. think that's okay visually. I'll go watch it now then. Each season is 6 hours, I think. So put some time aside, but it's good stuff. It's very good stuff. 10 out of 10 would only recommend. Is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. Right now this way. The straight goes away from the diagonal. Gotta keep that in mind. Straight away from the diagonal. There we go. Think I can work with that. Cool. One more. Actually, a few more than 2 more. A lot more. That's okay. We're in creative, so can easily rinse and repeat this, especially considering that I would just straight up fall through the floor here if this was survival. Okay. Now 2 more? Yes, now 2 more. Hello, Lucifer. And now 1 more gate. Boink, boink. How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm very excited to get building this thing. Like, actually, not just, like, the outlines, but, like, actually build this thing. And I know this. Thing like this. Okay, yeah. Yep, I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to building this thing. And I got buttermilk. I hope you're doing well as well. Well as well. That's a lot of well. This? Is that symmetrical? I think that is symmetrical. Okay. Now we do this and this. And then, oop. We got these. And then we got the tippity tip we need. Yes, okay. Okay, that should also be almost around. This. There we go. And this. Okay, that's the base of that. Now I need the buildings on top. With all the wires and chaos around. Oh, heck yeah, cyberpunk. Where did the page go with the Aerodrome docs? I lost the page again in the art book, guys. I lost it. Where is it? Hello? Should put a bookmark in it. Wouldn't have that been smart? But I guess I don't always do smart. Only sometimes. Maybe I've already used my smart for the day. Who knows? I didn't really do anything where I could have used the smart. But maybe I did. Okay, so there's that. Where do I want the front to be pointing? Looks like the front we could offset here. So you can have a diagonal on top of here. Oh, that's gonna kill me, but it's gonna look so good. I guess sometimes as an artist you do need to hate yourself a tiny little bit to go through a really annoying step, but get something very beautiful in the end. So I guess I'm putting a diagonal building here. Goodness gracious. Maybe I'm like a half diagonal situation. Oh god, I'm insane. Unfortunately, that's kind of the angle. Shoot! Why is that the angle? When I'm building, my friends do regularly tell me that I'm insane, but oh, come on. This is worse than a straight up diagonal. Why did I do this to myself? Okay. How far does it go? Let me consult my art book. I think I can get away with having one less and then having this be the center thingy and then have the thing on there. Yeah, pretty much that's what I'm doing to myself. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. And now I need... Oh. Wait. Does it... Wait. The building is like this. It needs to go out like this. I think. And then... No. Yes. Do you want to keep that direction or do you want to just have it straight up be diagonal so I'm not completely biting myself in the ass? I think it needs to be this. Man. Help. For pain and suffering, I guess. These are the things that you do to get the building to look right and face the right direction, I guess. Would have been too easy to build it on a complete diagonal or just on a straight line. It would have been too easy. That's why, yeah. Okay. Yep. Yep. Sure. Yep. We're rolling like that. It's gonna be great. Everything's gonna be great. Okay, how tall is this thing? One second. Okay. What's the wrong miss? This is one of the towers that is on Aerodrome building. I couldn't quite tell you what it is, but it is like the fourth tallest tower on that thing. And it's definitely there. Uh, oh god, I might need to have more buildings facing this orientation. I'm gonna lose my marbles. Did I ever have marbles to begin with? I think that's the question one should ask. Did Nea ever have marbles? I tried. I've been trying to find the picture I'm referencing uh online, but I can't really find it. Let me give it another search. Uh, I think I'm referencing it from the art book. A little hard to find the exact pictures sometimes. Oh, I think I found one that's close enough. Hold on, I can pull it up. Boing. Boing. Image. Image. Upload. Image. And here is the bad boy. Let me cut him. Oink. Oink. Oh, that's blurry. Let me put it in this corner. There we go. That's what we're referencing, except, when you make it bigger on a digital image, it gets blurry. And when you look closer on a book, it's still the same level of sharpness. A piece of paper. I stuck in here. Oh, there it is. The picture I'm working with is also a lot bigger. Okay. Do I really want to do this all this way? Am I sure that I don't want to just pull on like a proper diagonal in here? The thing is, I'm not sure. I don't think I'm sure. But am I ever sure about anything? Hmm. Do I want to move this over so maybe it's here because I have some more space that way? I bet. Just take this thing and copy the 0. That was too high. Look at that. Okay. That might be a bit nicer, but I think I want to scooch that over. Another block cartoon. One block too much. I think that's nice. Then I can have enough space to pull up this bad boy here. Just make this a smaller, like as rectangular as possible thing. Sure. Okay. We got that guy. And we got that guy. And then we got oops, I hit my mouse with my art book. I'm gonna tower in the mag, but that's okay. That's the second, third highest tower. And behind it. Oh, am I really building this whole thing on that kind of like wacky diagonal, but not? Mm. Why? They do this to themselves. Because it's rounded in this way, so it's crap. From Fontaine. It could be from Fontaine, I guess. Yeah, I think that would work. Then also has like a lot of light colors. Goodness me. I do this to myself. Okay, so but this thing is kind of behind this thing, so it's longer. It's actually fully behind this. And then next to this is the other, wait, does that like stick out? Might a little bit. Hey, 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 hey. Yes, it is. Let's move behind here. Ay. Okay. Like this, and then like this because this needs to be visually behind this. Maybe I make this a little bit wider. Right now, this. One or two wider. Kind of small, the blue one. Uh, yeah, but the blue one I got here, like it has a smaller roof, but it's wider on the sides. Like it is more on the sides that kind of stops before the roof like pops up. Makes me think I might have to overlap this a little bit more, maybe. I think that feels good. Then I need a rectangular situation behind this guy. Which, you know, has a chance. But it's ever so slightly overlapping. Out the back. I think those sides are okay together. Okay, so then this one, I'm gonna add the like outwards bits, which 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. 2. Wait. This way. I know it does go up. Hold on. I'm mixing things up here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Like this. I'm gonna use that for the side bits. Ooh, wait, maybe the side bits stop. Holograms, all I'm seeing. Yep. Yeah, that's basically what's happening here right now. Yeah. A lot of parallel hell. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. Here. Like this. I think like that. And we can have those things that poke out. And then I need enough space to have like a tower thing here. And there's a round tower thing somewhere here. Where's that round tower thing? Let me look at that. Lost my piece of paper again. Keep losing it. Hello? Green paper, where did you go? Yes, a piece of paper. I have a piece of paper as a bookmark in the book. And I keep losing the piece of paper. There it is. I keep sliding into the book. Not very helpful. But there's the round tower here, which is clearly behind that one. Okay. Behind this one, so I guess our tower is here. Ay, 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 ay. Um, and then I'm still referencing from the art book that I have on my desk right now. But it's the same image, except it's a lot easier to look at the art book one because it's much bigger. Like, much bigger. Oh, I'd like it to be a little bigger. I shouldn't put it on the edge. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Keep building this. That still works, funnily enough. I think that size is okay. And we have one building that's not on a horrible half diagonal situation. Like, technically it should poke out a little bit more there, but like, whatever. Now we need to take this whole thing and move it over a little bit. For Fighter Watchtower in the series. This is an airship, like, station. It's like a bus station, but for airships. I move everything over by one. Oh. Lost a little bit there. Okay. Move all of this one over. Okay, I can push this out a block. This is great. Honest, take all of this over a block. Yeah, I had a chance of seeing a little bit more of it. What if I just freestyle and just add another another tower thing, because why the heck not? Ah, need to be over one more. Mm. Mm. Can find a way around that. That's cool. Now we get that tower. Visually, but it doesn't feel as naked, empty. I mean, there's a lot of odd shapes happening and will be for a hot second. This is actually proper buildings. Okay. I think we need something around here. I think it's kind of oval-ish. That's also rectangular. Um, just gonna go along with this. Mm. How do I do this? I might have to put this on a full diagonal. When are you going to finish this airship? I have no clue. That's the beautiful thing about building something like this. You just go until you like it. How long will it take? No one knows. I don't know, you don't know, no one knows. It's like, I guess, drawing an illustration, you just kind of keep going till you like it. And then at some point it's right, or it's not. And if it's not, keep going. Now we really have all kinds of directions. Oh, we have a proper diagonal, we have these half diagonal thingies, we have the whatever the heck cardinal direction that is. Right, yeah. Let's just add another like normal diagonal building here. It'll be okay. I feel like we're missing a building here. There we go. This is gonna be a smaller one. This thing is at all kinds of angles. Jeez. Symmetry left the chat. There has never been any symmetry in this thing to begin with, considering that these are poking out in different ways. This is not centered to anything, and there's orbs there, and no symmetry to be found on top of this thing. Okay, so how high are they gonna be? Maybe I should check the Y level situation. Where are we at? 83. 4. So 79. Luckily I don't have to deal with wind. Okay, so 79. We're 79 blocks high right now. Let's see how high we are in the actual world. Because I might run into problems if I go a little bit too high with this thing. I know it's meant to tower over the city, but I don't know. It's already also on the platform. Oh. Wax them all. Height are we at here? 75. Yeah, well, we're still good. They're raining. Very nice. I do like myself some rain. We've had a lot of rain here recently. And nice because I don't have to go out and water the plant because everything's super hot, so that's nice. Alright. With 79, we're still good. We're cool. We're going up to like 300 something, I think. I just realized how big I'm gonna have to make the academy building for it to compete with the aerodrome. Oh god. What Y level are the clouds at? Hold on. Monograph. Cloud. Y level. 192 and 196. Yeah, this thing is gonna be above clouds. We're already at like 150. Roughly. And these things are gonna be. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright. Which boy's gotta be the highest? Actually, there does need to be one behind there. Meaning diagonally green boy needs to be up here. Face cam stream when I feel like it. I know if I ever feel like it, but it will only happen if I feel like it. But I usually don't because I enjoy chilling in my pajamas. No, but it needs to be taller. When you feeling? I mean, I feel all the time, but when I feel face cam, I don't know. I can't tell you. It happens when it happens. So then, if people want to see my face, I got cosplay videos on TikTok. I don't know. That's about the vibe. Okay. 4. 5, 6. Like this, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think something like this. Did it ever have a facecam stream? No. It did not. Okay, what's the second highest? This one. I do know what country you're from, yes, but you know, that doesn't change the fact that I do have cosplays on TikTok. I think I have 3 cosplay videos on Instagram as well. I should post more of them on Instagram, but for that I need to remember to do that. And also not have 500 other things to do. How high is it? It is pretty close to that border with the roof on. Because it's here, I think that should be fine. No fears or sorrow underneath these bones, just blood, sweat and tears. All I know. Okay, do these pull these up? Countryman TikTok. I still wonder why countries wanted to ban TikTok. Is it because of the companies that like own it? Or is it something entirely else? I know it was like shortly banned like the US for a second, and then it was unbanned, and then blah 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 blah. I feel like everyone said different reasons for why. Pure permabanned. Why? Can I get her the roof? Can I get it taller? I'm gonna do the roof in pink. Sure. Oh shoot, do we have a 2-block center? We have a 2-block center. A 2-block center? I need to make it go along with the yeah. I think like this, and then from decent distance it'll look like it's touching the area. Is there reasons? No, in case I know Insta's still alive. Interesting. I didn't know how to believe I was the queen that I meant to be. One, two, three. Also, a great movie, by the way. In case you haven't seen that one. We're going up, down. You know, together we're glowing. Gonna be golden. Okay. So we have this whole situation. That's about how high it's gonna be. Kind of feel like I should put it a little bit low. To wake up and feel like with these patterns all in the past now, and wake up like the girl they all see. Copy. That 0. Paste. We're going up, it's a moment. Yep, I think that's more like it. Okay, so this is gonna hit the roof here, which, you know, that's okay. Sorry about that. Okay, you come down here, which will put you into the green guy, which is a small guy, so that's okay. But you need a roof. You desperately need a roof. Okay. 3. 3. Now it's only about some barricades. Love could hurt like this. Love to me, really, what it is. I think it would help if I keep this too tall. Yeah, that does help. So 3, 3, 3, 2, 2. Yeah. Hurt like this, then you wouldn't be enemies. 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. Now I go. Ah, wrong one. Yep, and there's a slight offset. Nice. Okay, now I think it's this one. I think this one's the 3rd highest. No one ever showed me real pain and what it. And that goes. Okay, it has a really tall roof. So the front blue guy and this purple guy are about the same height. But purple guy here has an insanely tall roof. Okay, how's purple guy compared to pink guy? Like a good chunk difference. Oops. How did I go to axiom? Hot spots on a razor blade. A bit more. A bit less. I think this will work out. Well, no, that has to be matte roof. I think that's more plausible. Just pull this guy up. Hello. How many do I need to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Give me that corner. Let's pull it up. Okay. Next corner. And then these corners gotta stop earlier. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and blink, blink. There we go. And this guy is gonna have a roof that. Oh, actually, they're chunkers. Maybe I could have them a bit lower. I pull it up and then see. Um, this one. We also still have those 2 towers here. Oh, it's gonna be so many material. I haven't even started filling in any blocks on this thing, and I'm already filled with many a regret. Man! Who would do this to themselves? Maybe I saw you. I mean, yeah, that happens. Okay. We're gonna get a light blue roof. Yeah, sure. Same name. Let's do this one on 4. Infinite scream of your Mr. TV head. Like this. Maybe. Pretty well. this home. Save their souls. This. Okay, then 3. Then 2. Something like this. Yeah, that's a pretty good height. You know, the fact that it's wonky as heck. That's not what we need to pay attention to right now. Okay, like this. And then you are gonna give me this. Let's do it like this. There you go. Sounds about right. This 3D shape almost looks like a do something 2D, but it's not. Okay. Then we need this roof. This one in green. The okay. Let's just do a good old 3. And I need to round this one off a bit more. Otherwise it's gonna go too high up because it's such a... Oop. Honey, honey, honey. Yep. It's a beautiful video. Maybe 3 and then 2. And then 2. And then this is getting too close already. Okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna round this one. It's fine if I round this one. Who knows? Inventees. Inventees. See if I can put it on the outside. Not have this be as wonky. So like here. Oh, this needs to go back here. And 1, 2, 1, 2. And then these 2 in front. Yep, that works. Okay, now. I put it out here in 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2. Okay. 3. 2, 3, 2, 2. Mistake discovered. And then we just like 1. 2, 3, these guys up here. Yep, beautiful. And now I'm gonna go from this guy. Wait, so this is 2, this is 2, and now we go over here. Okay. Doesn't look much taller. Maybe I have to artificially shrink this guy a little bit. Which, fine with me. You got a cat? I have 2 cats. Okay. Probably set this to 0 and see what happens. The majority of nothingness is not going anywhere. Okay. Plus 1. Probably search set 0. I did the wrong pause, didn't I? Ah. Plus 2. Copy search set 0. Sure. Okay. This goes like this goes like this. And then I'm just gonna quickly shrink this bad boy. Oh, audio. You can go, you can get reattached here. Cool. You go back here. You go back here. Alright, and now I'm just gonna finish this thing here. This. And then we go down 1. And then we go down 2. And then we go down 2. And then we go down 3. And then we go down 3. Yeah, no, it looks right from this angle. You know what? I don't hate that this is a different angle. I don't hate it. It's wacky. I don't hate it. Okay, so now this tiny tower has to be a not so tiny tower. Meaning the core of this tiny tower needs to be really not a tiny tower. Oh, wait. Okay. Hmm. Right. Let me quickly make this tiny tower not so tiny. Okay. We're going up. All the way to... I lost my reference again. Where's my piece of paper? Basically the second tallest. Gee! All the way to like up here. I got a tippity tippy top. Where does it start doing its roof thing? That goes on to... a little bit higher than this guy. Let's just do this one for now. Okay. Alright, I'll pull up this one. Goodness gracious, this thing is so tall. How are you up? Where are we? We're gonna be over 200. Jeez. Thinking about shortening it all just like a little bit. We already said this pause actually. A little bit higher. Where are we cutting off? Okay, let's go down, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. And see how that goes. I still think it's tall enough to look tall. So I think it's good. I think it's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Ba-da-da. Whatever happens there's fine. You can always like cut that off a little bit. Okay. Now I'm gonna pull this boy up. I'm gonna make it a little bit taller. I think that could be nice. I like the way it pokes out. Have you dinner, Baba? Alright, CSI. Okay. So all over this. Grab a new color for this back one. Make sure they're all different buildings. This. Okay. And this is gonna basically be just a tinier, stindy version of this one. Doesn't have a middle. Ah. You wanna? I think that is enough. Pull up these guys. I don't know if there's gonna be anything in these buildings, or what's gonna be in these buildings. But for now, it only has to look cool on the outside. After all, we're building a massive ass city. Okay, wait, I also need to pull this one down now. Then pull this one up. I need to pull up one more before I can go do anything else. Wait, how high up are we now? Like 10 blocks less or so. That's okay. Yeah. Let's do the Odyssey. So many good songs to be stuck in my head. I think I need to swap this. Yeah, it needs to be on the inside. Yeah, I think that's the best. Like, it really needs to be in there. I can make the flowers grow. Boom. It's already going places. I know what place it's going exactly, but it's certainly going places, and I don't mind it. Should this one have like a tip? No. No, I think this one's nice. It's just like a silo looking thing. One second. My goodness. Okay. Sorry. People needed my attention for a second. I want to remove this part. This part is annoying me. I think this should have an arch shape. We're gonna have so many arches here, I think. I want them to be actually readable as that. Okay, then I gotta have some really, really cool elevators in this thing. Cool looking elevators. The hex gate is so big, but it looks so tiny compared to whatever the heck is going on here. Like, if you stand in front of this, you're like, yeah, this is like kind of tall. Also, this house, like, oh damn, this is like kind of tall. And then you just walk in front of this thing, you're like, what the heck? My goodness. Why is it so big? It's gonna need so many resources. Why am I doing this to myself? I don't know. Is it gonna be great though? Probably. Anyways, we still need to pull up this thing. And then the side panels that do the swoopity swoopity swoop swoop. I don't know how to describe that. What are we pulling up first? I'm gonna do this first. How high should I pull it before I do this thing? Okay, so this is the height where they're gone? No. They're gone a few blocks before that. So they're gone like about... No, further down. Further down, further down. I think that's more like it. And then it also keeps going down. Okay, then I'm gonna just pull this all the way across on this level. What else can I do? this. Okay. Yeah, I'm just squish it in this corner. Okay. So that's that situation. And this is going to be the golden bit. And then there's going to be a bit where I need to take out the corner. Quite high up, actually. Anyways, poof goes the corner. And then this front bit is going to be golden, and this back bit is going to be white, and then there's going to be some shadow bit in between. Yeah. Something like this. Pull this up. It's too front of her front. Yeah. Construction. Makes this so much taller, and now they look kind of equal-ish, at least. Ooh. Okay. I'll live with this. It's fine. Everything is fine. This is fine. Ooh. Then we go up every step. Look at this. Boom. And then goes down to here, and then these guys, the corners come up. Yeah. Move this over. Okay, now I can. I got this thing on both sides. You know what? It works. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. We're good. Then I need the place for this disc thing. It's kind of like on this level somewhere here. Something like this. Yep, sounds about right. How do I put you here? This is me. I'm on fire, baby. Take a seat. Maybe something like this, and then I can do something with stairs till I get a center here. inspire, baby, take a seat. I think this is a good height for this disc thing. Yep. Maybe I can take a picture of my reference picture and then I don't have to. Always fiddle around with this massive book on my desk, which takes up literally all this. There we go. I have magicked away the book. Beautiful. Okay, now the bottom is kind of a mystery. No one knows what that part looks like, so I'm gonna make that one up as I go and as I please. Now that I'm thinking about it. I do want an entrance here, like a nice little gate thingy, but I feel like we could add another tower thing here, considering what's going on around this place. Like another tower that just goes up a little bit and then has like a pointy bitty, like those guys up there. Also, don't mind the moon going crazy. That's because I froze time in this world. Like it's permanently setting it to time, so it's probably just going through a lot of days in a second. I want the main roof to start a little bit lower than the roof of the big building. And then I can add the pointy bit. I might be busy with this for quite a while till this thing is done. This might be quite a few streams, I will be honest. Like that. And then we just circle in this bit. Perfect fit. Yeah. And then pull this up a little bit. And then we pull up this. Maybe make it a little bit shorter. If it's a bit proportional. But isn't the same long? No, good. I like the way this breaks this up. That's something from the bridges. Nice, you can see the bridge through there. That's fun. I like this. It's nice. There's a lot of wool colors and a lot of just imagination right now. But I think the shapes are fun. What about this angle? Oh my god, it's so big. No, I think this works. I do need to pull up this thing finally, because oh boy. Should have really turned off spawns of that kind of stuff, but I didn't. Shame on me. Okay. I think this guy. I have the urge to just round it off. Higher than this, though. I think. Hold on. Is it higher or is it lower than that? No, it's lower than that. Maybe the shortest thing on here. I can roll it like this, I think. And you pull up this guy. And this guy. And these guys. They'll smell like heaven. Then unfortunately, I turned 7. Alright. I'm gonna pull this guy down here. Okay. And then I need to add some more of the arches here. For that, I'd like a nice and bright color. Maybe the orange. I don't really have a building in orange. Okay, so we have an arch here. I might just absolutely diagonal this guy. Cuts into this. And it goes. Maybe this high. Can't see the bottom, so it's like one with the floor. Okay, and then we have. Oh boy. Gonna need more. A few blocks over. Maybe just like one like this, a little bit diagonal. Gonna be like a half diagonal situation kind of guy. It might do the same size, but this guy might also look small, so I'm gonna make him look smaller for now. And I can't fully diagonal this guy. I also need to move him on over. I'm tired of the war and bloodshed. Give it a try, it's not that hard. You greeted with open arms. Okay, maybe like these. And then the space for the bigger guy in between. Oh yeah. This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Okay, how high is that one? A bit higher. But not to the end of that. So something about this probably. And then there's another guy in front of here. Ooh. I'm gonna have to move this guy front one block. Okay. And I'm just gonna have a flat one. Well, basically flat. Do I want this to be maybe just 2? Work. And then this guy, like a tiniest bit higher than this guy. And then we have those gates. Yeah. Cool. 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 More gates. Yeah. I'm gonna make the gates out of sandstone. And the yields on the buildings out of sulfur, maybe. Yeah, it can still look a bit darker. Okay. Yeah. Sand. Stone. I might need all of the above, actually. Birch. Ooh, I have shelves. I can use shelves. Forgetting that I have shelves. Okay, let me start with one that's just straight on. I'm gonna start by just darkening the edges a little bit. And I think I'm gonna have this one set. Maybe behind one, maybe in front one, I don't know. But this is enough space to add some fun little detail. So... Shelf. I like this. And then maybe we also do this. And then we have some more detail. I do like this. Okay. Let's see about this guy. This. And no, this needs to be the dark part. Maybe that's where we sneak in a trapdoor. Maybe this is good enough. But I think this needs to be dark. This corner could be lighter. Mama said right. I think this might be it. This is nice. Okay, then the fully diagonal boy. That guy only has 2. Mhm. Nope, that takes away the archiness. I think like this. I think this works. Ooh. I hope I can use these as actual entrances. That would be nice. The ships to go in. I technically need to make it bigger for the actual ships to be able to pass through there. Fine. Instead of letting you down. Okay. And this one gets birch. Yes. Yes. I go like this and like this. Yes. Okay. Get the hang of it. Actually, this goes in here. Yeah, this still fits nice. I can't believe I'm doing so much diagonal building. Yep. Yeah, this needs to go like this. Yeah, okay, there we go. Hello, Strawn. Did I get it right this time? I did get it right this time. Okay. This. And then... like this. Yes, okay, I've got it. I got it sorted, I got it figured out. I get it? This one goes. Now I got it. Okay. This. This. Can't believe we're finally done with the wool part and that I'm actually putting together some of the gates now. Draw, this thing is gonna tower over everything in the world. Your building better be massive, because... yeah. This is gonna be at like... Y 240 or something. Was like, man, should I rebuild the hex gate and make it bigger? I kind of didn't really want to rebuild it, but it needs to be really big. And I feel like next to this building... For scale. There's my little, just tiny little hex gate, you know? I don't really want to tear it all down and build it back up because it was a pain. And this is the hex gate. Just, you know, stand in front of us, look up. This is the aerodrome. You can't even see the highest roof. There it is. And they're not going to be on the same white level. This is on an elevated platform. This is further down than this. And technically, you're at the bottom. The hex gate has like a chunk of like buildings around it. So I'm like, do I? But I kind of really don't want to. I'd have to reconstruct the elevators and the bottom of the thing, and ugh, I don't think I want to move everything up. NANI? But Yeah. This is this small, tiny building for the airships. Yeah. It's maybe not all to scale, but making it smaller would have looked strange, so... it needs to look epic. The thing that's meant to tower over places where airships are gonna fly in. If I make big airships and then we have like the tiniest teeny-weeny tower, like, you know, it don't really make sense. We're working with that. Yeah. Am I gonna regret this? 100%. There is no way in any world that during this building process I'm not gonna have regrets. I already had regrets while I was building the hex gate. But this... yeah. Yeah. Also, I designed one of the houses with sulfur and cinnabar. What do you think on that? I just wanted one of the red roofs, and I was like, the brick doesn't really sit right with it, and I don't want to use concrete and stuff. But like, this combo actually worked quite well. Because there's some like the red roofs and like a whole lot of the like teal and blue roofs, so... yeah, and I want to mix up some of the sulfur structures and the sandstone structures, so like... the houses kind of follow the same pattern. And they all kind of have this like golden border, but they're like different shades of gold. So yeah. Because like just having all of this would be a bit too much of the same. Too much of the same, I think. And it also took me till like yesterday to remember that... no, till last Thursday to remember that shelves actually exist in our world now. So, can actually use those. It's gonna be great. I love shelves. In my world, shelves are underrated because I keep forgetting they exist, and it's a crime. I should not be forgetting it that often. Okay. Okay. All the way around with the golden gates. Now I need to fill in the in-betweens. Which I am kind of thinking tough deep slate stone bricks. Same for the platform. For the edges of the platform. Where's my color palette actually? Oh, it's over there. Oh yeah. Before Cinnabar, this is the red palette I was working with. Let's quickly add a few beauties to this. Get rid of that shit. No one wants that. Much nicer. I'm gonna just turn this one. There we go. And then the sulfur. Actually. Yeah. Really well with all the yellows I have. Oh, it's so good. Okay, let me move over the pink. This is an absolutely massive color palette. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Is it for a whole city? Also, yeah. That's sulfur's basic. People were like, "Oh, we don't want this." We're asking for like an end update only. Screw new biome. We want the end update. But like, it's the perfect edition for me. Look at this. It's right in. Can't wait for the wall stairs so I could finally actually have more colorful roofs and like tents and stuff, especially for this area. I'm gonna need so many more like neon parts. Wall stairs and slabs. Mwah, chef's kiss. They're gonna be peak. Okay, where were we? Right. Dink, 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 dink. This row. Before we repent, we sigh to redemption. I think I'm gonna gradient that kind of like around. Drifting my train, so I was a bit distracted. You and your train. Live to again tomorrow. Okay, I might just go directly like this for a bit more steeper gradients. Do you want it to look nice and round, or do you want it like steps? Might have to go for nice and round. My lips are poison and waiting to collide. Ooh, wait. Get it a little bit darker. Having this. Yep, this feels nice and round. Okay, how many blocks of this? 2 blocks. 2 blocks, 2 blocks. Like this. And then 2 of you, 2 of you, 2 of you. Fill in this. Be lovely. Oh, wait, I forgot about the cracked boys. this, like this. And this, and 2 of this, and then check it out. In a second, I'm gonna check what it looks like. Let's see. Oh yeah, this looks smooth. Oh, look at how nice and smooth that looks. I love gradients, man. Like, I'll be like, oh, that's quite the gap. But no, they're perfect. Great. Ah, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. And then I'm just gonna quickly copy this over, I think. And then we skew to the other side. Second position. Nope, I've messed it up. This is second position. And then we stand in here. And we copy it. And then we stand in here. And then we paste it. Yes, okay. Let me remove all the blue. No one needs the blue. Oh. Yeah. Like. Beautiful. And now I think we're just, maybe even with just straight up black concrete in between. Nice, give it a nice ledge. Okay. Then I'm gonna see if I can, I'm just gonna straight up black concrete this. Or something else. What else could be fun there? We're gonna have some red on there. A little bit of a yellow roof, but mostly red roofs. Might try actual gold blocks. It's probably gonna kill me, but you know. They're not doing anything with black concrete otherwise. I'm not gonna see that from down there, so. Okay. Fine. Okay. And then I'm just gonna look at this gold around here and see what that is like. Maybe this is lighter, but it's also less vibrant. I'm gonna have to look at it. think this should be swapped. To the other side. Yep, definitely that one. Honestly, I don't hate it. See what happens if I add some highlights in with the sulfur. Mm. Oh, maybe with the concrete. Trying to use the less gold box. Come on, give me some shaders. The concrete is definitely better than the gold blocks, but I don't know about the... What about... Yep, it all looks flatter. I'm gonna be broke. And the world's gonna have no more gold. Unfortunately, the gold just looks a little more exciting than the concrete. Well. There's not gonna be any more gold in the whole nether. Especially not on our gold farm. Yeah. Okay. Go all the way around. Honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm not appreciating the fact enough that concrete is like absolutely like... Well, it's not textureless, you know, it does have a texture. Unscheduled stream, no moved stream. I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. Ow! I'm gonna help out a friend with cat sitting next week, so I'm gonna have to meet up with her and sort out the details, get all the stuff. Yeah, I think this works. I think we can work with that. I think we can deal with that. Okay. What do we do at the bottom? Just slab it so we have a nice little ledge. think I want it dark though. Dark. Dark, dark, dark. Still leaves me with space for a floor in here, which is great actually. Yeah, I think that works fine. And, I'm already like looking at the resources just in this bit, and I'm starting to smell the grind to hell and back. Oh goodness me. Let me quickly change something. There you go. Okay, slowly but steadily making my way around. Actually already really close to 3 hours, and I only just started actually building anything proper. I spent so much time just placing wool. Crazy how much time some of these things take sometimes. Oh, God. Oh, almost around. Almost around. We almost got it. Okay. What does it look like? It's gonna need some detailing. Not designing. Yup. But I think with some like supports on the whole thing, we can deal with that. Then I'm gonna have to make this whole thing look like all like wires and blah blah and thingy majickies and yeah. How am I gonna do the supports? I don't know. But I think that's gonna be a problem for future me. I'm just gonna repeat the circle thing on top. 1 second. I just had to propose a silly idea to a friend for a second. I'm gonna need some stairs. Hmm. Okay. What's the best way to do this one? Here's some stairs, and let's see about how I can do the first one. Okay, so I'm gonna do the first three. Like this again. Uh, you know what? I think this is big enough where I might have to just leave this blocky and then just pull it down. It's tough on this one. And now I'm just gonna rinse and repeat what I've done before. Hmm. Do I want to fill those in? I'm gonna think about that when I get there. That's future me's problem. um, and then these two crack. Yeah. Okay, but I have these two fill in this one fill in this one fill in this. Yep, yep. Okay, and then I'm gonna take a deep slate stair and attach it to this. Maybe also to this. I don't know. Oh hell yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna brick this. Tough brick this. It's all just bricks. Either way, gradient it down with bricks. And then to these, because they're flat, I'm gonna add walls. First, I'm gonna try to go all the way around. Which already might use enough brain cell. This. 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 Hi. Did it one or did it two? 1, 1, 1. You know what? I think it works. At least for now, I think it works. So I'm gonna see where this goes once I'm all the way around and if I need to change anything. Ooh, no, this one. And these. When they went and down. Oh wait, this is still this. Okay. So I'm gonna do this guy. 2 of this, 2 of this, 1 of this. Okay. 2 of this, 1, 2 of this, 1 of this. And I think this might work. But I'm gonna swap out this upper one. I don't want to have to deal with any more crack bricks than necessary. Okay, there we go. Like halfway done or something? Let's see. Go a bit further away so it blends a bit more. You know, I don't hate it. I think once it's dark inside, it will be a bit nicer. I still think I'm gonna absolutely at least regret the gold. No one can stop us, they try, but they won't. Oh! No. Give me that. This. And oh wait, I forgot to do these guys. There we go. No, wait, I think I did the Which way did I do it? Correct. Yes, okay. Correct, correct, Yes. Okay. Yep. I got it. Okay. These two. These. Might as well add those while I'm here. And then add these. Okay. Don't forget, these also need to go down. Boing, 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 boing. We're almost around. We're almost around. Okay. Wait, I'm around. Hell yeah. Okay. Knocking at the walls. Walls. Dull brick into tough brick into deep slate into blackstone. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this adds fun detail. Oh, this almost makes me giddy. Okay, this is nice. Still don't know what to do with that lower half, but this is fun. I like this. Okay, so oh, do I just drag these inward a bit? Want something to fill in this gap here, but like without ruining the shape, you know? So I can kind of have like a guess a proper-ish roof. Okay. First, I'm gonna need a nice stone floor here. Not deep slide, and the side. Just tipped over my buttermilk. I just want to fill this area with dirt. I think it should go in flat. Are all of them gonna get the... I really need to look up where they have the actual, like, stops, like where the airships are stopping. Probably gonna have to pull up Arcane for that. But what I don't like in my household, in this household, is gaps. So I'm gonna fill this bad boy with a block that's really easy to get. I think I'm gonna have to set up a new beacon, I just realized. Ain't no way this reaches anywhere. It like felt more comfortable with doing like big things with World Edit. I could have probably done the whole mapping out just with World Edit. That's fine. Not everything I do may be super efficient, but I'm having fun, so I think we're good. Alright. Nice little flower pot filling or something. I'm first gonna just fill it all in and then decide whether and how much I want to just splat in some of the andesite lodestones again. I'm gonna keep the inner circle for like elevators, and then I'm gonna have... Do I want them like directly next to each other, or do I want them each in a... I think this would be a decent like elevator space, like these two things, because they're away from like everything, including entrances, bridges, yada yada. So yeah, maybe. Get my voice up in your head. This. What does this feel kind of clean and neat with just the. I do like the underside though. I think we're going back to underside spamming. Not the first. Not the last. I'm gonna have a thought about the lodestones, but the underside, definitely a yes. Right. I just remembered, like this song just reminded me, that I had a real wacky thing happen to one of my older TikToks that I uploaded. And that's, I was just basically just chilling in my bathroom and like kind of pulling a karaoke of I Dreamed a Dream from Les Miserables. And TikTok removed the original audio of me singing it because it sounds too similar to like a sound someone uploaded of the original song. Like, I'm sorry? I sound nothing like Anne Hathaway. Thanks for the compliment, I guess, but please give me my original audio back. Hello? I think I'm gonna just leave it without the lodestones. Those just feel like they're just like, a bit more like used or something, but like, no, I like it. I like it clean that way. But no, I'm baffled. I'm absolutely baffled. I think I still have that. I think I still have that clip at least. Yep, I did keep it. I did keep it. But, excuse me. Hello. What? Okay. How am I gonna bring this in? I might be able to pull this together a bit with some. I'm gonna have to have this kind of all go to the middle-ish. building this. Mm. Mm. Okay. And then look at this. Yep. Okay. And this inward one. So I need to make sure that all of the tunnels keep their own little lane. Like that. Boy oh boy, this is gonna be a wacky, 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 wacky building. Two. You know, considering what city I'm building, maybe wacky isn't too bad. Nailed it. Cool. Then 1, 1, 2, 1. 1, 1, 2, 1. I think so. Like this. Ish. I think that's them all. Ooh. Should probably make the inside walls quite dark. And then... Or the elevators here. Have an exit here. Probably the same height as the gates. Like this. I should have it open in all 4 directions. This might interfere with the elevators. Maybe 3 directions? I think 2 works. I could maybe have like a bar or like a waiting area there or something along those lines. And then just like lanes and descriptions and what goes where and yeah. And I think I need my stone gradient back. I'm gonna do the inside with quartz. I feel like I want something light. I feel like I want something dark so it looks like, you know, more shadowy in there. Do I make it like at the bottom and darker at the ceiling? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that I need to replace this ring with blackstone. Might be able to just have it like gradient trickle down. Maybe you can also gradient the roof that gets darker towards the middle. Maybe. There's a whole lot of maybes here. I don't know what to do with all those maybes. But I think this is a case of figure it out as you go along. I need it to look really dark. Just gonna have like trickle down, I guess. Something along those lines. Cool. And then I can add normal leaf slate to all of the above. Okay, these are already too. That's where I shouldn't go any lower. Yep. I'm dragging some of them down too, so I can have it be dark as long as possible. Ah, like this. And like this, like this. Ah, back here. Okay. Some just get one, some get two. Just like before. This is the gate. This. Um, cool. Add some tough into the game. Like this. Oh, there's a kitty yelling for me. Meow. Meow. What is it, kitty? Hi! I have a kitty. I have a kitty cat. A kitty cat. Get out of attention. A little kitty baby. Yay. Bye, kitty. Does it look dark? Okay, yeah, it looks dark-ish, and it's gonna look even darker once I have a roof on top. Okay. Gradient him over real quick. Make sure I'm adding even more darkness. Like this, like this. The little stone breaks, but I think it will do. Okay. Now I need to only go from this guy into this guy. A lot quicker of a gradient, considering it's already darker. Long, long, long. And then I gotta think about how to get the roof shape through this whole thing. Okay, there we go. All of the above already feels a good chunk darker in the already dark areas, which is, you know, fine with me. All nice. Quickly drag one here down the middle on the exactly diagonal boys. That I was righteously leading the people and faced with the truth. Maybe we should do all of this in slabs. So there's a tiny ledge situation on top. Brick. See. seeks an answer that one cannot grant her. Yesterday you drew sorrow. What will you do tomorrow? Nothing beneath the flat edge. Unfortunately. Okay, next diagonal. It's already, like, the diagonals are already the darkest, so I just get to pull them through here. Which, you know, fine with me. These guys, however, straights. I'm gonna do like this. So this, then the puff goes 2 in line. We're gradienting into the darkness. Yeah. Straight biddies, I think. Trying to catch your eyes from the side of the ballroom. Yep. Now what this guy, don't really know. But I'm gonna get over there somehow. Somehow. Somehow I'm getting there. Something like this. I don't know. What if I just do half of it and then... I don't know. Yeah, this already seems to work nicely. I like this. Does work. Yeah, I think doing half of it and then copying it over is fine. Okay, I think filling that in is okay. I think it doesn't change the shape if I start closing this up. Okay, that's the way I could get my platform that I want. Don't know how I'm gonna replicate that. I am feeling though. Time for something to eat. It's definitely time for something to eat. So, we're also at the 3 hour mark. I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna grab something to eat. And with that, I'll see y'all on Sunday this time. Bye. Yeah.